Hollywood stunt performer Colt Seavers breaks his back during a botched stunt while serving as action star Tom Ryder's stunt double. He then quits from both his career and his girlfriend, camera woman Jody Moreno. 18 months later, Tom's film producer Gail Meyer gets in touch with Colt, who is now a valet at a small Mexican restaurant. She informs him that Jody is inviting him to participate in the Sydney Space Opera production of Metal Storm, which is Jody's first feature film. Colt finds out upon arriving on set that Jody is still upset about their breakup and never asked for him, with the movie serving as a less than subtle attempt for her to vent her frustrations toward Colt. Gail discloses that Tom vanished after encountering very bad people, and she urges Colt to locate him before his disappearance results in the already extravagant movie being cancelled. Colt begins looking for Tom because he doesn't want Jody's directing debut to be cancelled. He first visits Tom's apartment, where he meets Iggy, Tom's co-star and girlfriend. Colt visits a nightclub after she gives him a lead. There, he meets drug dealer Dune, who conspired to get Colt to sip a cocktail that contains hallucinogenic drugs. Colt visits Tom's hotel room after fighting with Dune's goons and discovers a dead body in an ice-filled bathtub. He contacts the police, but when the police gets there, the body is gone. Colt and Jody start getting back together as Metal Storm is being filmed, but then suddenly Gail tells him he has to go back to the States. Instead, he keeps searching for Tom. He locates Alma Milan, Tom's personal assistant. She gives him Tom's phone before Tom's head of security, Dressler, and his team attack them both in search of the phone. After a long chase through Sydney involving a garbage truck, Colt and Alma defeat them. Unlocking the phone, he and his lifelong friend Dan Tucker find a video of an intoxicated Tom unintentionally killing his latest stunt double, Henry Herrera, the man in the bathtub, during a party sparring session. Colt and Dan are attacked by the henchmen, who use shotgun pellets to destroy the phone. Dan manages to get away, but Colt gets caught and confronted by Tom, who has been hiding out on a yacht per Gail's orders. He reveals that Gail staged Colt's accident because he thought Colt was taking the attention away from him and that Gail is using deepfake technology to replace Tom's face with Colt's on the incriminating video in order to frame Colt for the crime. While the manipulated video is made public and Henry's body is found, Gail is trying to persuade Jody that Colt is guilty. After a boat chase, Colt manages to get away and is thought to be dead, but he swims to safety. Production resumes at the Metal Storm set when Tom shows up the following day. Returning secretly to the set, Colt persuades Jody of his innocence. Together, they coerce Tom into confessing while he's hooked up to a lav mic during a stunt. Dan leads the rest of the crew in holding off his goons. Gail tries to flee in a helicopter with Tom after stealing the recording at gunpoint, but Jody saves Colt by helping him jump onto the aircraft while it is still in the air. After getting the recording, he collapses onto a crash mat that Dan has set up, watching as Gail and Tom are trapped inside the crashed helicopter. The trailer for Metal Storm, which stars Jason Momoa as the new lead and Alma as the new producer, debuted at San Diego Comic-Con. The movie goes on to become a box office success. After Colt's innocence is established, he and Jody reconcile. In a scene from the after credits called Previously on The Fall Guy, Tom accidentally sets off a sequence of radio-controlled fireworks with his cell phone, which causes him to blow himself up. Gail is then placed under arrest. Alma dials the agent of Jason Momoa,